Well, I'm going to wait till everybody's ready.
Well, but it said
no.
It said go.
Yes, on your camera. My people. I'm waiting for my people on my page.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Aren't you guys glad he's back home? I know I am. So, welcome to Road Comics Adventures. I'm Renee Bray. This is
My forehead is shiny.
Live or which see, you'll say something stupid like that, and
No,
then
just
you'll
look at-
wonder why you get an AI picture and you're in an Indian chief's hat.
You can't say that.
Why can't
I don't know. Maybe you can.
Apparently, I'm getting away with a lot of stuff on AI. You know, they're not nearly as picky as they used to be.
Right. No, I'm just saying. I just looked and it's like I'm glistening.
Are you sweating?
No.
Are you running a fever?
No.
Actually, you are a little warm.
Stop touching me. I'm all right. It's because the lights are hot.
We've been sitting here for half a second.
Well, I know, but
You missed one?
I absorb heat.
Oh, you're going to be taking some incoming, I'll tell you
I
that.
absorb heat. Hey, nice to be back. I was on assignment last week. Oh, we're already up and running with our friend Rory from Canada.
Hey, Rory.
From Canada.
He didn't think he was going to make it tonight.
Maybe.
I'm glad to see you.
I wasn't sure I was going to make it. Rory, good to see you, man. We haven't had the pleasure. Oh, well, I don't know if it'd be a pleasure for you. It'd be one for me, and I haven't had the pleasure yet. I have through you, but you're like the gatekeeper to all people and all things. Let's see. Okay, I'm with you guys. My appointment's in several months.
Oh, okay.
Naniki.
Hey, Naniki. How are you feeling, by the way? We hope you're doing better. Remember, she was in the hospital.
I do remember. That was not good.
No, she was sick, really sick, and in the hospital about the time you probably should have been in the hospital.
She's very competitive like that.
You think she was trying to steal your thunder?
She was one-upping me. I don't feel good. I'm going to the hospital. You win.
Yeah, because you wouldn't get.
No.
No.
Not these days. Anyway, how could you confuse Rory's appointment for missing the podcast today to something that's going to be in months from now?
Do you want me to go back and get the message that said I might miss you guys on Tuesday?
And then it said August.
Really?
I don't know. I said you're the gatekeeper.
Really?
I was on assignment.
Yeah, you're lucky you're not staying on assignment. Because I got to tell you, we got a lot of work done here at the house.
Who's we?
Me and the dog.
Okay, because I know. Oh, look, burr, 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 from Ohio. Burr, 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 burr. Right there. Burr, 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 burr.
I know Becky is on there.
It doesn't say. Oh, I think she's on YouTube. We're doing through a Restream, so we've got right there YouTube and my personal Facebook page.
Yes.
Right there is Road Comics Adventures Facebook page, and right there is Renee Bray Facebook page.
Love it.
It was me. I did not read the paperwork on me, Rory. I wait to you. I stand corrected. That's going to have to be on my bad.
Thank you, Rory. And you got him out of the doghouse for tonight.
Suck up.
Hey, that little lexicon knows where his luck comes from. Right there.
So anyway, I had a very long drive to Phoenix last Tuesday, I think. Yeah, I left Monday, and then our good friend Loy.
Yeah, Loy Miller.
Right there.
Good to see you, Loy.
So I drove 400 miles last Monday. And then 1,000 miles on Tuesday, and I saved myself 50 more miles for Wednesday because I wasn't supposed to check into the hotel in Phoenix until Wednesday. So Wednesday was the easiest day that I'm trying to say. And then shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I did 1,000 miles.
Yeah. So
No, but let me
let's
finish
get
it.
to the good part.
1,000 miles on Monday, and then 400 today.
You got to see Daddy-O and Casey.
I did.
Daddy-O's the only person that watches our podcast that has his very own time schedule. Because, well, we have Eastern time, Central time, and Daddy-O.
No.
Who else does?
Mike and Dee Dee?
No, they're in Daddy-O time. But we have never see. Do you see what I'm saying? It's always been called Daddy-O time.
I am picking up what you've dropped down. Oh, in fact, Mike Peters right there. Hello, friends. Great show Sunday.
Yeah, I heard he really had some great shows, and he's dying to talk about it. So please go ahead. And
are we already jumping in? Do we have any business we want to do first?
I'm good. You go ahead and let's talk about the shows because I'm excited for you.
So, you know how I like to give background, right?
Oh, Jesus.
So if you
can I go out and water the plants or something?
No, but you can appreciate this as a fellow comic. When you do 2 shows on a Friday or 2 on a Saturday or 3 on a Friday or Saturday, and you're doing multiple shows a week, if you keep too much in your head, then you start getting confused. Like, did I say whatever story or joke or whatever this show, or did I do it last show?
And see, let's go back and give some background to back in the heyday of comedy, when we used to do 1 show on Tuesday. Usually, if you were the headliner, on Tuesday night, you followed and closed out the open mic night, which means you had 20 comics in front of you.
Yes. Yeah.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
Wednesday night show, you had 1 show on Thursday night. You had 2 on Friday night. And the big kicker is Saturday night. 7, 9:30, and 11:30.
Yeah, horrible.
3 shows.
Horrible.
You let's add in, if you're a drinker, I occasionally had a cocktail.
Right. And I couldn't. I couldn't. I drank on stage a couple times. Fiasco.
See, where you call it a fiasco, I bet there are audience who go, you should have saw him, he was trash. I went to clubs where they would go, just keep giving her drinks and tell them somebody in the audience bought them for her, because then she'll drink them.
Yes, but there's a big difference.
Yeah.
You didn't have anywhere from 8 to 20 people sleeping, waiting for your next suggestions.
No, nobody ever slept during my show.
Yeah, well, I put them to sleep. That's part of the beauty of what I do. See, because here's how it works. If people laugh, I'm winning. If they're sleeping, still winning. It's a win-win. So getting to the point where, truth be told, I don't remember Thursday night. And it's not an age thing. I've actually trained myself to just sort of let it go. So Thursday was a good show, but I don't remember it. I'm gonna hopefully remember one day, but right now, nothing.
Yeah, but that's been typical of you for the last year that I know of.
No, I've never. I train. I mean, honestly, I got so freaked out early on in my career that I'd be on stage like.
And go, did I just do this?
Yeah, was that last show? Is it this show? Am I going to do the same bit? Like,
it's happened to me with names.
Horrible.
You look out in the audience and go, and those 3 shows, when they had you doing 3 shows on a Saturday night, you would just go, oh, dear God.
It just blurs. And so as a hypnotist, and by the way, people ask me, can you hypnotize yourself? Yes, I can. Thank you for asking. And I've hypnotized myself multiple times to just let it go. So like each show starts afresh. And like if you asked me at 10:30 what the 8 o'clock show was like, chances are I don't remember.
Yeah.
There are certain things that'll stand out as highlights. But so Thursday, knows a good show, don't remember it. Friday, I do remember the first show. Should I keep going?
Of course.
Okay. So people assume if they think hypnosis is real, and by the way, it is, in my opinion, They think if they're hypnotized that I can make them do anything. And that's not true. I can't make anybody do anything. I can't make you. It's a cooperative deal.
No, because if a hypnotist could make somebody do something, look how much better I'd be behaved.
Well, you know what? I hypnotize you to say that. Holly, Janine, Jeff Clark, Tina Roberts, all right there on the Renee Bright page.
Hey, Jeff Clark, I saw somebody looking for a transport out of Texas, but I think it's too far for you. For 6 dogs going to a rescue.
Jeff was at a show.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks for the photos. See, here's what happens, ladies. I said.
What do you mean, ladies? What about ladies and gentlemen?
Did I interrupt you during your part?
No, but you had a chance and you blew
okay.
it.
Well, yeah. Here's the deal, ladies. Jeff, I talked to. Flip, I talked to. Jeff is taking his wife or girlfriend.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I think they're married. Jeffrey, you're married, right? And if you're not, I'm really sorry, but I know that. I mean, I know you two are an item. They're an item.
Okay. So anyway, Jeff and his significant other go to see
you.
the show on Thursday night, right? And I said, all I said to Jeff and to Dingaling here, hey, make sure you take a picture. We talk to Jeff all the time on the podcast. I would love to have a picture of him because Book Bag Becky, we got pictures of her. And now she's hooked up. Did you know, speaking of Book Bag Becky, our friend Joanne.
From the DC area.
From the DC area, and somebody I fell in love with Joanne before I ever met her.
Yeah. What? You didn't take a picture of me and Joanne together.
No, but I have pictures. No, that's not true.
I thought I'd slip that one in. Nope.
That's not true. There is a picture of you, me, and Joanne.
All right.
But anyway, there's a picture of me and Joanne. I knew about that one because I didn't miss it. But Jeff and Flip couldn't pull off one picture, and I get from Jeff, ooh, well, we were afraid we'd get kicked out of the club.
Well, they have a strict policy.
Yeah, and it's a good policy. I understand it. But I should have given him specific instructions.
Well, you know what?
Step outside with Jeff Clark.
No, so here. Okay, if I'm being honest, I'm the one person in the room who's allowed to take pictures. So, like, I could have made it happen. I just forget. For someone who, as the co-owner of a production company, I'm not very production oriented. Sometimes.
When?
Sometimes.
When?
More often than I'd like.
More often than I'd like. Because
Dee Dee, right there.
Hey, Dee Dee. Good to see ya. At least Dee Dee. See, here's the difference. Jeff Clark, Flip, no pictures. Dee Dee, Mike Peters, bunch of Dee Dee and Mike's friends.
But you know what?
This one, who took all the pictures? I'll tell you who took them all. Dee Dee. You know how I know? Guess who sent them all to me? Dee Dee.
I've got a picture of Jeff Clark in my head, though.
Really?
Yeah,
well, guess what?
I can point him out in a crowd. I can picture him.
Yeah, well, I can't. By the way, Daddy-O and Casey, what show did they go to?
Late Show Friday and Late Show Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the one who said, we need to take a picture because Renee will kill me if I forget. That's actually true.
That's really sweet, but I know who sent me the picture.
Well, I used her phone.
It was Casey.
Yeah.
So Casey, Mrs. Daddy-O, and Dee Dee came through.
Joanne's right there. And Jeff Clark said, LOL, next time.
Oh, next time. If you think I'm missing Phoenix the next time, you would be incorrect. First of all, I love you, Jeff, because I follow and I know what you do. You're also one of those people. Actually, I look at Joanne. I look at Becky on here. I look at Jeff. I look at all of our people are such good people. Dee Dee and what she does for the animals. You know, all of our people are good people that do a lot of things for other people. So I just appreciate you all. I'm sorry to
no. And so Adam's watching Schmidt. And Jeff Clark says, thank you, Renee. I didn't get a thank you. You got your own individualized, personalized thank you. Much like Rory, Jeff, suck it. I have to frame the other camera better. Can I get up to do that?
Which one?
That one right there.
Oh, do I need to do something? I didn't slide my.
No,
chair.
you didn't. No, I framed it poorly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I'm blaming me.
Oh, and I couldn't figure out why you were going, hey, can I get up? Well, yeah, you can. When have I ever been able to take
Keep talking or whatever. Everybody's watching, sort of.
Well, then they get to see the wheel of excuses. Actually, Flip's trying to change the name of this.
I'm not. No.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to change the name. There's a better name. There is.
Don't make me call your friend Sarah.
By the way, we are very professional, as you can tell. Look at me. Oh, wait. See, there you go. That's so much better. Now I'm going to take.
Well, here's the one thing you can always count on. I have on real pants.
Oh, shoot. Did people see my drawers?
Just be thankful he has them on. That's all I'm saying. It's not like we're at Costco or something.
You're just evil. And there's no reason for it.
But actually, we've decided, as you guys know, we've mentioned before, and we're not done with the Phoenix yet. We'll come back.
No, we're coming back. Stephen Boyer right there.
Hey, Stephen. Good to see you.
And, Rory says, hi, Joanne. I am the dwarf man. Rory the gnome. And then Jeff, Flip, you did drive straight through. You got back there pretty fast. Yeah, I drove. I drove to the east side from Phoenix to the east side of San Antonio on Monday, and then I finished up the drive today.
And I was thrilled to see you come through the
continuing Flip crotch shot. You have no idea how true that is.
He talks about the hostages all the time, and I didn't want to go here, but we're going to go here. And
wait, is Renee talking about the hostages on your bingo card? Probably not. Why? Because she doesn't put things on the bingo card with her. Unless they're complimentary. What is my first rodeo? Let's see. Mary Lou Scanlon is up and running.
Oh, hey, Mary Lou.
And Dee Dee says, spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Well, I'm going to tell you where we're going to use it. As many of you know, because we've announced it on the podcast, we're going to continue to do comedy.
Yep.
We're going to continue to do production.
Hell yeah.
Yes. What else do we do? Oh, we book some comedians.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing that.
We're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep doing the podcast. We're adding a radio show.
That'll be this June. I'm not sure if it's the first Friday or the second Friday in June, but it's coming up soon, quickly. It'll be audio only, and we're pretty sure it's going to be iHeart Radio. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
It's going to be iHeart or Spotify. And I had something else too. What else are we doing? Oh, May 31st, we have our 1-year anniversary of this podcast. So that's going to be a Sunday night show. But the other thing we're moving into is public speaking. And a lot of times they call it motivational speaking. We're not here to motivate you. We're here to activate you.
Did you write that? That's a good line.
Yeah.
I mean, it's truthful, it's honest, but
that's what I call it. And here's why.
No, it's good.
Anybody that knows our story knows that we didn't speak for 35 years.
With each other. We spoke for 35 years, but just individually to other people.
I got to find a partner, man. I got to find one.
No, you said we didn't speak for 35. It sounded like we had been in a commune.
I'm going to start drinking again. It's a good thing I live with a hypnotist because I'm going to need a cigarette when I'm done with those.
Well, I thought you wanted me to get you drunk hypnotically because I can do that, you know.
I know.
Yeah, I can get you messed up.
You've done it, and we haven't even had to use hypnosis.
No, that's true too. But no,
So, do
we
you?
spoke daily, just not to each other. We were out of touch with each other for 35 years. But other than that, we did talk, just not to each other.
So, to put the story briefly, we didn't speak for 35 years. I was booking a club who wanted somebody special, and I thought of Flip right away. That one phone call has led to life changing transformations for me, and I think also for you.
Yes.
Um, Mine are more obvious, I think.
Okay.
I've dropped 125 pounds. I stopped smoking.
Well, yes, those are things that people might recognize
Yeah,
or notice.
yeah.
Like, okay, do your impression of people doing an impression of you. Everyone for over 30 years. That's the impression of that's the Renee Bray impression.
It really is.
Yeah.
Anybody that goes, oh, I remember I saw you on stage and you were doing this joke, and it starts. And I started to do one of my dirty jokes, but I'm not going to do it now. So, anyway, what we've done is there are a lot of motivational speaker, keynote speakers when you go into a big company and they have some kind of convention and they hire speakers that are supposed to motivate you and help you. They're usually boring. They have a lot of tips. This will help you. Try this, blah, blah, blah. We're going in and we're going, hey, look, we're going to be funny, first of all.
That's what we do.
And we're going to show you how we've done it. Because we are two people that pretty much talk to each other on February 16th, 2025. And by the end of the following week, we had set out a game plan for our life.
Yeah, all true.
Doing all the things we had always wanted to do, but we always had an excuse for why we couldn't get them done. And we looked at each other and said, let's do it together. And 6 months later, I was being rehomed from Orlando to Lafayette. I'll never forget, my son actually said, now, I hadn't seen Flip in 35 years, although we'd been talking 8 and 10, 12 hours on the phone every day.
Once we started talking February 16th, it was a daily event and multiple conversations, multiple hours per conversation, catching up, laughing about stuff.
Plotting and planning.
Yeah, it's been great.
But in July, when Flip and I decided that I was going to make this move, when I told my son, who was my roommate, and he goes, you haven't even seen it. Yeah, it's not about that. You know, we're everything will be fine. Well, what if it's not okay? Well, if it's not okay, I'll move back to Orlando, but everything's going to be fine. And when he was taking me over to meet Flip the first time, his comment was, at least you're going to a good home. I like him, because he had talked to Flip too, periodically over the phone and everything. And I go, I'm not some animal at the rescue you guys are passing back and forth. And then I realized I kind of am.
Walking away.
But that's our story. That's how our story starts. And what I want most is to show people it's possible. I'd wanted to lose weight all my life. This time I decided to do it because I decided.
Right. And that makes all the difference in the world. By the way, Mary Lou, I'm quoting now. Congrats on the weight loss and the stopping smoking.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very nice.
And you know what? It wasn't hard once I decided to do it.
That's the thing. I mean, again, not that we want to give away like our public speaking ideas. But
well, good luck trying to. Can you imagine somebody trying to do? People have tried to steal my comedy act. We know there have been other hypnotists trying to steal.
People
your
have come
stuff.
to my show with notepads, with cameras. People have actually emailed me to say they were stealing my bed, but they thought it was an homage and they didn't realize that they were being
Yeah.
insulting. But whatever. That's
Yeah. Good luck, because bigger people than you have tried to do it. And we're so screwed up. It's hard to replicate that.
I just don't know how. I mean, again, because you speak from the heart and you speak off the cuff, and it's your sensibilities, your sense of humor, your observations, your intuition. Nobody else can have that. That's part of what makes you who you are.
Which is exactly what you do too.
Yeah.
The one thing about it is you and I know each other so well, and we refer to ourselves as, we're kind of like puzzle pieces that go together. I read his mind and I know what he's thinking, and he usually knows what I'm thinking. I'm usually thinking, shut up.
Yeah. And then I think to myself, she didn't really mean it, and I keep going.
And I would be disappointed if you didn't. Right?
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, part of the message really is, and I've said this, and I think you probably have too, for many years of my life, and it's from being a hypnotist, where anytime someone tells me they want to achieve a goal, and the only reason why they want to do it is because someone else told them to, it's rarely ever, and possibly never, successful.
And all of us come with baggage. For years, you have been told a story about who you are by people other than yourself. And it's taken me a long time to change that story in my head. Having somebody, the only way I can relate it is I started seeing myself through his eyes. And I think you started seeing yourself kind of through my eyes.
That's true.
And it's changed how we feel about ourselves. And I think we've got a strong message. I think we're going to be more entertaining. I think we're going to scare HR departments to death.
That for me would be a common occurrence. I am not known as HR friendly. I mean, I can be sort of.
You have to wear pants.
I'm out.
And actually, I've done, and you've done it too, so don't pretend like you haven't. I have done a lot of public speaking.
I have to.
Yeah.
Claude.
Oh, Claude, we'll see you in August, my friend. He's going to come to the show in Dade City with our buddy Bash.
Oh my gosh, we had such a good time in Dade City. That'd be Florida. We did Road Comics Adventures there.
And we're doing Road Comics Adventures there again.
Yeah, we had a good time.
They were actually the first ones that said, please come back.
Yeah.
And we go, what is wrong with you people? And they go, we're in Dade City.
Pat Bash, just a lovely, wonderful gentleman. Really like him.
He is a great guy. I've known Bash almost as long as I've known you. And he called through the years.
Yep. And that's why you're with me, because you get tired of him.
You're getting better at this. You're coming along because you're waiting for these speaking gigs, aren't you?
I thought that was a lovely response. A retort.
So anyway, we're going to take the wheel of excuses. Whee! And I don't know what episode that was, but that's one of my favorite ones.
Well, it was after you got here. So
and
I'm
it was
guessing
before
it was,
episode.
It was August or September, because it was just before we went on that first trip.
Oh, that's right. It was.
Yeah.
And the first trip was September 13th, I believe.
See, Stephen Boyer is on crack. Because he said right there, he goes, and underwear. You said I have to wear pants.
Look, that's between him and the underwear gods. I don't care about that. But he's got to wear pants.
Look, all I'm saying is Fruit of the Loom and their counterparts have taken hostages one too many times. And those
Really? Do you want to? Why don't you talk about the bingo cards now? Let's talk about the bingo cards now. You were pretty anxious to talk about those.
No, but you started with the hostages. I was leaving
You seem
alone.
to have that finger pointed.
I'm just saying, like, pants is something that everybody would notice, like he's wearing pants or he's not. But like underwear, you can only guess.
I know. Don't make me bring it out. You know what I'm thinking of?
I know exactly what you're thinking of. Remember, we're puzzle pieces. I can read your mind. So I'm just saying, Stephen, I mean, you're only cracking that, like, that's not mandatory. That's optional. Just saying. Anywho.
Back to we're taking. So this is going to be the wheel that we use. See, I know how I'm going to go back. I'm just going to keep going back.
Circling back?
Circling back. Call me Jen Psaki. Is it?
Oh, yeah, I think she did.
Yeah, she was the one that goes, we're going to circle back. And I thought, circle around until you get dizzy and puke. I can't stand
See,
that.
I was thinking of another word that would follow circle.
Yeah, but no, wait.
See, no, I brought all the ponies to the water, and then I decided to let you see if you wanted a drink. I didn't jam your head.
This is why the corporate stuff.
I didn't jam anybody.
So anyway, the reason I wanted to tell everybody about this corporate stuff, can you just let me be on track for 2 seconds?
Go right ahead.
Thank you. Is if you work for a big company and you know who plans your conventions or your big events.
Oh, this is actually a real thing. So yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, this is what I've been trying to get through, and I wanted to do it in like 3 minutes.
We have an hour and a half. Let's spread it out.
Oh, you spread it. All right. There's been more fertilizer during this show than in our backyard.
If you know someone who...
if you're in a corporation, you work for a corporation or know somebody who is, and you're looking for a good keynote speaking address, get in touch with us, either through Road Comics Adventures. You obviously know how to find us.
True.
And we're Road Comics Adventures at gmail.com. And
yes. Oh, yeah. And effing adorable at proton.me. Yes.
Yes. That'd be wonderful if somebody knew how to put that up on the bottom of the screen.
Well, I'm going to put one of those up because I've got some. It's only going to go. It's only going to go to my Facebook page and YouTube because that's going through Restream. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh look, it's tickering. It's
I'm thrilled that it's going to 2 pages.
Well, 2 out of 4. Dude, we don't have the technology. I'll talk with you, not to you, with you about how it works when we get off.
I'd rather not.
When we cease podcasting for the evening.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about dinner before we talk about anything.
Are you hungry?
No, but I want your food.
Okay.
So anyway, here's the deal. Please just let me get through this so I can end it.
Make it happen.
You can send us an email, send us a Facebook message. If it's something that you think your company might be interested in, give me the event planner, and I'm happy to get the information off to them. Because much like the comedy bookings and everything else, I handle our public speaking. I do that end of it. I handle the promotions and stuff. He does all the hard stuff because he's got to develop everything. But we would love to do it. And we think we're pretty different. I've gotten tired of watching some of these corporate events that people look like they'd rather be anywhere else but there. You know, they can be pretty boring and long. And
let's just say that, now there have been a few, because I've also done entertainment, as have you, at corporate events. And sometimes it's a several day thing, like 3, 4, 5 days. And so they'll have different entertainment over the course of that, several day event. And there have been like maybe in 40 years, a handful, like 4 or 5 times where they said to me, oh my gosh, we had a speaker here, yesterday and they were amazing. Like 4 or 5 times in 40 years.
Yeah. What I've gotten before is, wow, we didn't expect it to be this good. because they're not. I talked about child sex crimes,
Right.
and they go, "We didn't expect you to be funny."
Well, I mean, I'm sure most people don't see that as part of the
Right. And
program.
and you know, you have to be able to have a place where you can break up when you're dealing with serious subjects. So here's what I'm saying. If you're interested, get in touch with us. You know how to get in touch with us through Facebook, YouTube, or whatever. And I'll be happy to send the information out to any event planner. If you're part of an association, some kind of association like, I don't know, engineers, architects.
You know, I did a show once for the Turkey Federation.
No.
No, but that's an association / federation. They had like 2,000 people there. It was huge.
Interesting.
Great show. Honestly, great show. They were wonderful.
Yeah, you were doing that, and I was doing shows for the Secret Service.
Wait,
Not as much a fun a group.
Yeah, and I didn't need a clearance. I don't know if you needed clearance, but I was talking turkey with the turkey folk.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, yours might have been more fun.
Mine was a hoot. I did a show, I want to say for, I think it was Breyer's Ice Cream. They were a hoot. They were fun.
And this isn't, we aren't going to be doing our acts. I don't want anybody to be confused.
No, we're talking about keynote addresses, public speaking, motivational
Change
speaking.
your mind, change your life.
Yeah.
It's that simple. And we're going to be very interactive, much like both of our shows are interactive. But as much as we've been entertainers at corporate events, this time we're coming in with a message and a way for people to help change their life, improve their work, and improve their lives.
Improve their lives, yeah.
So there's that.
All aspects, not just at home, not just at work, but everywhere.
And the other thing is, please check my Facebook page, Renee Bray, because my daughter is changing her life a little bit.
Right.
You've heard us refer to her as our executive producer because she likes to tell Flip and I what to do.
She is very directed oriented.
She's like her mother.
Joe Kendall and Pamela Pearson.
Oh, they're both from Wilmington. Joe, you know Joe Kendall because I've talked about him. Yeah, and Pam. Hey, Pam, it's good to see you. Glad you're doing good. And this is why the people of Wilmington might be interested in this little announcement. My daughter, Ashley, who's my middle child, but what is it? She thinks she's the first one. She identifies
as number one.
As number one, has decided to start her own baking company on a part-time basis, and she's calling it Tilly's Bakehouse. She's on Instagram right now, and I have that on my Facebook page. If you guys have Instagram, I know a bunch of my friends have already went on there and followed her. She would be thrilled. And she's calling it Tilly's Bakehouse because my mom's name was Tilly.
Right.
And Ashley was born on my mom's birthday, and they were very, very close. And my mom was a good baker as well, and so is Ashley. And so is...
Well, my son's a great baker.
Uh-huh. And who else in our family? My
you
family.
Are.
And Grandma Dunn.
Oh, well, yes. Grandma Dunn. You say that like, I thought you meant currently.
Well, you don't know what Grandma Dunn's doing.
I don't. But, she's on another plane. And I'm not talking about United or American.
But she could be riding with Christopher.
Oh, there you go.
On American. We hope so.
She's on the wing.
Yeah, my grandmother and my mom were bakers, really good bakers. And so hopefully everybody from Wilmington at some point she'll be able to do a tasting or something. Maybe we'll get her to do it at Janet's, at D&G.
What? Okay. I put the wrong thing up. I mean, it still works, but I put the wrong thing up. I'm going to put this up. Show that.
Well, we'll fix that.
Okay. So, and again, this is only for two of the
four of you.
Streams.
But you can always send me a Facebook message and go, here's the email to somebody. I will get it to them. But it's team training, women's conventions, or any of that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna change it on here after the podcast for future.
Okay. And we will be redoing this and putting it on the air tomorrow too.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're gonna repost it on YouTube.
Yes.
Um.
Now back to your Phoenix shows.
So I don't remember Thursday, although I do believe Jeff Clark was there. It was the first I showed up like an
Yeah.
hour early for sound check, and he and his lovely significant other, I think they're married, were the first online, and so I got a chance to visit with him. And then when they came to the club, we visited more. So that I remember the show. So getting back to Friday, a lot of people, if they think hypnosis is real, they assume that I'm controlling the volunteers, and I'm not. They're awake and they're aware of what they're doing, and they're in control of themselves. I can't make them do anything, and so I really drive the point home before asking volunteers, like, if you come up here, I'm going to ask you two favors. Please cooperate with me. In other words, keep an open mind and follow the directions. And should you experience hypnosis, please be willing to participate. In other words, if you feel something, think something, hear something, see something, to express it. Don't internalize it. Be willing to participate as a show. So, for whatever reason, volunteers on Friday first show, lovely people, a lot of them got hypnotized, did nothing, would not do anything, did nothing. And so, and when you have two shows in one night, the first show, you've got a finite period of time to do that show because you have to end at a certain point so they can get ready for the second show. So the volunteers, lovely people, and hypnotized. That's the frustrating thing. Did nothing. And so at some point I said, I woke them up and I sent them back in the audience. And the funny part is, as they were leaving the stage to go back in the audience, they started responding to some of the suggestions. Like one of the things I did just to sort of test their level of suggestibility was a suggestion that they would get really thirsty. And something as simple as I'd go, when I ask if you want anything, you'll simply ask for me for a drink of a glass from a drink from a glass of water. That's it. Whether you're used to asking for one, even if you're embarrassed, you say, "Hey, can I get something to drink, like some water?" That was the entire response I've been looking for. So I'm talking about it getting a little bit warm and their mouth's getting dry and their eyes are closed. I can see them going right like that, like you can actually see it happening. And so their eyes come up and I go, "Hey, before we move on, does anyone up here need anything?" And they're like, so when they were leaving the stage after I woke them up, they're like, "Man, I'm thirsty. I wish I had some water." Which was why, I mean, again, nice people, I'm not making fun of them. It's just wildly frustrating. It's like, I know you're having these experiences. Is it that hard to go, "Hey, I'm kind of parched," right? So I told that audience, I go, "Look, I've done this maybe once or twice before in 40 years, but you're all really nice. I've got limited time. But if you want, we can start over. I'll get a whole new group of people here. Please don't fake it. Don't pretend. But if you experience stuff, be willing to participate." And I got a whole new crew of people on stage with limited time, did an abbreviated induction. A lot of them got hypnotized and they actually participated. And the show turned out to be really fun. But I used that. I don't think I told you this. I used that for the rest of the weekend. I told that story before asking volunteers every night. And I go, and just so you know,
And you bored them into
I go, under no circumstances, just so you all know, under no circumstances am I doing a second induction tonight. So you either get it right or the show's over. I'm not doing it a second time.
And just so, in case anybody wonders, that's a line that he's used for years. What's he going to do? Bore him into hypnosis? Because I love your show.
No, you've been nothing but complimentary, and I know you love my show, and it's a fun show. The thing of it is, like,
I've remembered it for 35 years.
There's so much setup by the time I actually get ready to start. The audience look in a fun way, but they look a little bit glazed over. And so I kind of poke fun at them. And I go, "You're all looking up here like you're thinking, so does he bore them into hypnosis?" Which is one of those lines that Renee has found amusing.
Yes.
So the first show, Friday, was fun, but it took some work. The second show was wildly fun, but I don't remember much about it. Saturday, both shows, wonderful. In fact, Saturday, both shows were some of the best shows I've had 2026 and I think probably 2025 and 2026. Sunday night, Sunday was just something different and something a little bit extraordinary. And I would say Sunday was, for me, one of my favorite shows in maybe the last decade.
And we've talked on this podcast before about how you haven't been having a lot of fun or having a lot of success.
Well, because again, I mean, whether it's a TikTok video or video games or AI, people are, it seems like, are thinking less and less of themselves, and they're not really exercising their creativity and their imagination. And so it's been more of a struggle to get people to be really big and fun and interactive and creative. And they get there, but not quite to the degree that they did a decade ago.
Yeah. So, well, it was great. And I'm glad Phoenix went well for you. I really am. As much as I missed meeting everybody, Storm and I sat at home, and thank God we were here because we had a lot of rain.
Oh,
I mean,
right,
it
right,
rained
right.
the whole time we were gone, or you were gone, and we were here. So, you know.
So before I get volunteers on stage, right? Sunday night, Mike reminded me in one of his comments right now. So I get volunteers on stage. Hadn't started the hypnosis. If you haven't seen my show before, what I normally do is I go, hey, now that you're up here, you're going to be on stage with me for a long time potentially. So I've got to talk to the audience a little bit and give them some explanation. If you want to use the restroom before we get started, feel free to do that. And then we'll get started once you come back. So everybody on stage has the opportunity to use the restroom before we get started. Sunday, 75% of the people left, went to the bathroom. So we had like 20 chairs, 15 went to the bathroom. And I knew I had to stall because I have, it can't be dead air. And so I wanted stuff to talk about. So there was a woman on stage who did not go to use the restroom, and she had a knee brace on. And she had made some comments to me, so I went and sat down next to her and I have the microphone. And I go, I'm going to ask you a personal question, and you don't have to answer. But are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm all right. I go, what happened to your knee? And she goes, I blew it out. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's horrible. And so she goes, I'm going to get a titanium knee. And I go,
oh, God.
What? No. So we started talking about that. And then she goes, my husband had a titanium, I want to say shoulder, and a titanium face. I didn't go into detail asking what had happened. I just assumed something bad, possibly a car accident.
Well, it wasn't good.
Right. So,
yeah.
And I thought I didn't want to put her on the spot. And, she goes, titanium shoulder, titanium face. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And I don't know how we got there, but she goes, and did you know this? Because I did not. When you get a titanium body part as a replacement, knee, hip, shoulder, whatever, it's on loan. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I didn't. So
yeah,
when her husband passed away, which he had passed away, prior to being buried, they go ahead and get them out. And I don't know if they reuse them or melt them. I don't know what they do, but it's on loan. You don't get to keep them. And she was heartbroken because she had asked them for his titanium parts. And they said no. And they go, why do you want them? This is all on the microphone, not hypnosis, just me talking to someone while waiting for volunteers to come back from the restroom. And she proceeded, and you know how I clean things up nicely.
Let's see if we can do it one more time.
She wanted them fashioned into something that looked like a Zeppelin. So that she and her husband could be close, even though he had passed on. Close physically.
Mike, I'll kill you myself. I will kill you myself.
You should have seen the audience. Like 300 people in the audience are sitting there listening to the story, and all of a sudden she goes, I wanted a Zeppelin. She didn't call it a Zeppelin, right? She goes, I want a Zeppelin. And the audience was like 300 people. And then busted out laughing. And at that moment, between her and just her being sort of open and fun, and the audience, it's like, I know this is going to be a good show. And it turned out to be even better than I expected.
Well, I'm really happy.
Come on. You didn't see Zeppelin coming, did you?
No.
Uh,
No, I did not.
oh, Mary Lou, I've seen you twice in Pittsburgh quite a while back, and those shows were hysterical. I love them so much. Thank you very much. And Stephen Boyle also actually had a very nice thing to say about the show, which I appreciate.
And I appreciate too. I'm your manager.
Well, and friend and partner and all kinds of stuff. But I actually, I think I'm getting some video from some of the shows in Phoenix this last weekend, and if possible, if I can find a clip or two, I might post a couple clips.
That'll be great.
Yeah,
That'll be really great. I'm hoping to start doing some of our videos or some of my videos. I've been experimenting with skincare, the all natural.
yeah. We need to start doing that.
Yeah. I wanted to wait until this trip. You've done pretty good. I think you need a couple of days to rest up. We also have some surprises coming up for our May 31st show, for our anniversary show.
We do. That's approximately 5 days from today. It's 1 year anniversary of our first podcast.
Which was funny because until we went on the air that night, I did not realize that was the first time we were going to see each other.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Because we both went, oh, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden we went, hey.
Yeah, because from February, we talked every day, but I don't like video chatting and like on an iPhone it'd be FaceTime. What's it called on the Androids? Or does it have a name?
Huh. Right. Look who you're asking.
The Android
flip.
The Android equivalent of FaceTime, but I'm like I've done it. I don't love doing it, so we never did it.
Well, I wouldn't send you a picture. What does that tell you? Did you think the video phone was going to work out?
Well, since I don't like it, it's not like I ever made that offer. Like, hey, what do you think about doing or whatever? Like that never happened.
Wait,
and hell, the first 7 or 8 podcasts, you look like you're in the witness relocation program.
I had a hard time deciding. When I tell you I made a huge life change, I did. I went from living a life out loud as a comedian,
right,
for 30 years to going into almost 4 years of total isolation. And it wasn't because I had any mental health issue. Well, I got mental health issues, but.
Well, she says that tongue in cheek, just to be very clear.
Yeah.
It's a comedian's comment. It's not like it's not a cry for help.
And now, if I was crying for help, the last person I'd have picked on the planet's the crazier one than me.
Oh my God. Flock of seagulls.
But I was in a witness relocation in a way because I got tired of dealing with people. I just got really sick and tired of people. And I go, the way to stay out of prison is for me to stay in the house and not talk to people.
See, she and I, Renee and I, we had very, very different approaches to sort of the direction the world was heading, and especially from the pandemic in 2020 when like the world, specifically our country, but I think the world got very polarized and people got kind of hair triggered with their temper and could be at times very aggressive. At least verbally.
The last straw for me, and this isn't a story I think I've ever told before, except to you.
Right.
And I'm writing it in the book. But the trigger, the final straw for me was my son and I had gone to Costco, and you all know I love Costco.
Who doesn't love the Costco?
So this is a trip I look forward to every week. My son and I are at Costco. And I was a 2-pack-a-day smoker. So they've got you wearing the mask. And if you put a mask on a smoker, you know what's going to happen?
That it looks like the mask goes from white to gray.
Well, and you cough. I coughed. And there were 40 people staring at me and looking at me like I had the plug. And I go, hey, I'm a cougher and I'm a smoker and I've got sinus problems. And I kind of laughed and I pulled the mask down to say it. And a woman screamed at me, put your mask on. You're going to kill us all. And I looked at my son and I won't use all the words that I used, but I go, get me out of here. We walked out of Costco. We had to stop at Walmart Superstore on the way home, and a lady yelled at me for not following the arrows going
Oh,
the
right
right
on the
way.
floor. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I looked at him and I go, if you don't get me home, I'm going to wind up in jail because I can't take people anymore.
See, so that was the direction that she headed because people were really downright mean. And again, I understand. There was a lot of fear and a lot of misinformation and a lot of.
See, I don't understand the being mean. I understand the fear. I understand the concern. Screaming at a woman
Well,
in a Walmart is
no,
uncalled for.
it's absolutely uncalled for. However, and I'm not making excuses for her, and she and he were absolutely wrong. But a lot of it, when people are afraid of something, they overreact. And whether they meant to be mean or not, it was fear-based, which, whatever. A lot of it, and I'm not telling you what to believe or not to believe, and I don't know what you think was right or not right. Some of it did not make sense to me. And so, for instance, if they're going to allow everyone to be in the store and they're selling it like if you go north on aisles 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, but south on aisles 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, that's somehow going to make people safer. Like it doesn't meet the smell test. It's just ridiculous, So if there's 10 people on an aisle and they're all heading in one direction, they're suddenly safer than if they're kind of going back and forth. I'm sorry. So it annoyed you when people were ugly. It tickled the hell out of me, and I made fun of people.
Yeah. I don't remember why I started telling this. I'm not sure what I was saying.
Even if we don't remember why, it's such a good story. Oh, because you were talking about you had locked down for 4 years, and this is the trigger that led to it.
Yeah. Oh, and that's why in the podcast, I had lived my life really out loud as a comic.
Right.
Publicity is everything. Not only that, I worked with victims of child sexual assault and their families. I was on the news every week in Orlando, all over the state of Florida, actually, for many, many years. I lived a public life. And when I retired, I wanted to retire and I wanted people to leave me alone.
Right.
And so I disappeared. That's why a lot of you will go, hey, we haven't seen you on social media. That's because I deactivated all of my social media for over 5 years until we got together. When we decided to do the podcast, which was my idea originally.
Yeah, you were dying to do a podcast.
I wanted to do a podcast with somebody, and I said, I may not do it in person. I may do it as a caricature or something.
Right. Like, what is it called? Not a meme, a GIF?
No.
I know that. Avatar.
Avatar, yeah. And so, the thing of it was, it just took me a while to go, hey, I don't like the person that I've become locked up. I'm bitter. I'm angry. I don't like who this is. I'm not looking forward to anything in the future. That was what changed with us, because all of the things we had wanted to do with our careers that we hadn't been able to do, we go, well, why don't we do them now?
Yeah.
You want to do it? And when I said something about doing production, he started talking about a show that he had worked on that was his pilot. And he goes, yeah, I really love doing it. And I wanted to do it some more, but we really didn't know how to go about it. And we didn't have anybody to fight for us. And we go, we got nothing to lose.
Yeah, at this point. By the way, Joanne made some very poignant point about like walking in certain directions in grocery stores. She said, and I'm quoting now, that's not how air works.
Well, once again, I don't want to get into it because I don't know. That's not true. I do know what some people's views are, and they're very different from mine. And they're okay, because I want everybody to have whatever view they want to have. But if you're going to yell at me in Costco, I'm a lot better now than I was then. I tried to avoid conflict. I'm not like that so much anymore, am I?
Conflict can be fun. I mean, I don't seek it out, but I'm not afraid of it. But yeah,
No, but I mean, if you yelled at me in Costco now, you're going to get a whole different person than those people got.
Kim Milf Hawkins,
Who is?
Kim Corseiden,
That's correct.
my good friend. Let's see, Stephen Boyer, I absolutely adore y'all. I'm so glad you started a podcast and landed my feed. It was very nice.
That's very sweet of you.
So
I'm pretty happy about it too, actually.
I was in a restaurant in Phoenix, and I sneezed. And I just so you know, I sneezed because I have horrible allergies. And so I sneezed, and the entire restaurant looked at me like I was E.F. Hutton, but like the devil's version of E.F. Hutton.
Well, that's what I felt like in Costco. And I will tell you this about most entertainers. And if you don't know this, this is how you know somebody's really an entertainer. The really good ones do not want to be the center of attention unless they're working.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Here's a funny thing. When we go into a comedy club, and Flip and I both went into comedy clubs as the headliner, right? Which is the main guy. We're the one with the most experience. We're the last one you're going to see, or in your case, the only one most of the time.
Right.
So once you achieve that, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I've already proved it. So I go in, I sit down, I have a cup of coffee. Other comics will come up and introduce themselves. And here's how I know whether they're going to be funny or not. If the guy comes up and tells me how funny he's going to be.
Ooh, kiss of death.
Or he does his material to me while I'm sitting there. He's not funny. And if he's trying to be all hee, hoo, hey, ha, while he's sitting with me, I have no desire to watch his set or his show because he's not going to be funny. So for people like us who don't want to be the center of attention, a whole grocery store or restaurant or just an aisle of people that will stop and stare at us was enough to send me into my house for 4 years.
Well, so like I legit, as you know, I have horrible allergies. And so when everybody in the restaurant, literally, they dropped their utensils, and you could hear the chairs like as they like would turn to look at me. And I thought, well, I've got a few options. Like I could sit there and cower and be embarrassed or very apologetic, or I could leave. Like I could do any number of things. So instead, I stood up and I go, "Hey, I've got allergies. I wasn't breastfed," and nobody knew what to do with it. And then I sat down and I continued eating. But as soon as I go, I wasn't breastfed, they're like, wait, what? And it completely, I don't want to say diffuse the situation, and it's not like I stood up.
Laughter does diffuse.
And by the way, I do have allergies and I wasn't breastfed. So it was both humor and accurate.
Well,
it's
and you're talking, here's what's funny.
It's a two-banger.
You talk about child sex crimes during your act. Yeah, I'm pretty good at diffusing. Yeah, you have to. If sometimes the situation is just one that it's better if you can go down back to zero.
But it's not like I stood up, took a mask off, and then like projectiles sneezed at people, right?
No, but
I mean, I literally, was eating, and then I like did the Dracula thing where you're like down, and it was one of those like,
you're talking to the woman that coughed in Costco. I went, and you would have thought I was spreading the plague single-handedly, and I might as well have been.
And again,
never mind. I almost said something.
And then Nikki wrote, she was an essential worker, and it was a scary time. And you're 100% right. 100% right.
My son, believe it or not, worked for Roku at the time. They considered him an essential worker.
Right. Yeah, no, I believe that.
And he was required to go out and work at his stores and things and everything. Here was the thing for me is right before all of this happened, my family and I found out from some neighbors of my mom's in Wilmington, Ohio, that my mom had been doing some stuff that they thought she was getting dementia. Well, my mom didn't just start to get dementia. Apparently, she'd been hiding it really well. My mom was the last person admitted to assisted living in the state of Ohio before they shut the assisted living.
I didn't know in the entire state. I thought like in her area.
No, in the entire state.
I didn't know that.
Governor DeWine,
Yeah,
one
they're not divine.
yeah, Governor
I
DeWine
think it's divine.
was the one who, as they called us and said, if you don't have your mom in here by 5 p.m. tonight, we don't know when we're going to get her in.
Right.
And by the way, you have to drop your mom off and you can't come and visit her. There will be no visitation until this COVID
Yeah,
thing.
I mean,
is over.
honestly, it was a crazy, crazy, crazy time, and people did, for explainable or unexplainable reasons, absolutely freaked out, and I get the fear factor. I do. But much like you're a very polite, considerate, thoughtful, compassionate person. But we're human, and if you have a tickle in your throat, mask or no mask, or like it's gonna, like that's gonna happen. It's not like she was running up to people and coughing in their face, like, right? It wasn't that. It's like, so we're humans, but I get that people were freaked out and afraid.
I get that they were afraid.
But
you know what?
Sometimes they were downright mean.
They were mean.
Yeah.
They were rude and nasty for no apparent reason. I didn't need it. I really didn't need it, and it was better for me to lock myself down. The point of this whole story isn't about what other people did.
Right.
I chose to self-isolate, and it worked out great because it made you, boy, the best thing that I'd seen in 4 years.
Well, you know what? After having no contact with people, she really lost perspective on what was normal, and so she was able to tolerate me from almost the very beginning.
Actually, I will tell you, you were an answer to prayer I didn't even know I had.
I had a long talk with the universe, and they reached out.
And you got a feeling? He's just making fun of me, and I'm helping him.
You are. You're putting the ball in the tee.
I know.
Right.
Well, you've been gone for a week. I figured you'd earned it. You had some great shows.
I really, and I don't post. You know that. I mean, I've got a lot of videos up, but generally speaking, I don't post a lot of videos on YouTube. But I really am going to try to post a couple things. Part of it is, first of all, I can't post a 30-second bit. You know how everybody's so used to TikTok videos and Snapchat whatevers, and everybody, I say everybody, I'm generalizing, obviously, have a short attention span. And for my bits to have any kind of where they make any sense, you need a little bit of context and some buildup. So it's going to be, a 2-minute clip or a 5-minute clip or a 7-minute clip, something like that. But so I don't want to post anything where someone who is on stage might be uncomfortable that it was posted, because I want to be respectful. If you're nice enough to volunteer, I don't want you to regret that decision that night or anytime thereafter. And I want it to be something that's really fairly short and makes sense and is fun. So I have to find the right things.
All right. I think that's doable.
Yeah. So
I know you've been doing it for a long time, so I would be thrilled to see some new video go up.
yeah, what the heck?
Yeah. Now, can I circle back to our upcoming show?
Hell yeah.
Our anniversary show.
Coming up this Sunday, our 1-year anniversary for the
which
podcast.
is where this all started. In the dark. For our anniversary show, we're going to be doing something special because we have a wonderful sponsor.
You're absolutely out of frame there and there.
Well, I was turning around because the light in my eye was starting to annoy me.
You want some sunglasses?
No, I don't want any sunglasses. I'll be fine. Am I in the frame now?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do on the anniversary show is we got a present from our sponsor, and we're going to do the unboxing live. I think you guys are going to be very excited when you see it. I know I'm excited about doing it.
I don't know if you're going to be excited. I mean, although we hope you're impressed. I know we will be, but we will both be very excited. I picked it up today, and it's sitting. It's being guarded by Price Waterhouse, and it will be unveiled on the day of the Oscars.
Rebecca Rose did something wonderful that I hadn't even thought about yesterday for Memorial Day. She is a portrait studio. Please look her up. Once again, she is listed on, I know she's on Road Comics and on my page.
I'm going to put her up here too.
You can look at her on our YouTube. She's going to go on all of our posters and everything. She should be on your page too. Let's make sure she gets there.
It is, can I read it? RebeccaRoseFinePortraits.com.
Yes. And she's on Facebook, Instagram. She has done pictures of families where their loved one has died in the line of service, which is what Memorial Day is all about. And she did pictures with those families where they had the picture or the folded flag of their loved one. And I thought those were some of the most beautiful pictures I'd ever seen. And she also has a big giveaway that we've been telling you about since April. And we're going to do that giveaway to everybody that joins us on Sunday. There's going to be a coupon for you. And it's something really, really special. Well, special to me because, as I just said a few minutes ago, we don't like to be the center of attention. Both of us were really uncomfortable going to a photo shoot.
Just to be very clear, before we got there, it's something that we both shy away from. Again, pictures that comics take, which are referred to as headshots, you're supposed to take them every couple of years, so they're current or whatever. How often did you take them?
I had 2.
Yeah, and I had 3 in 40 years. So
I had 30 years. You know, I changed hair colors so many times that I should have had 100.
So, again, they were lovely to talk to. They were lovely to deal with and email with. Still, as we got closer to going there, we were both really uncomfortable because we don't like
the attention. We don't like the fuss. So easy and so much fun. I just told him last night, I wish I would have been able to relax more because they were real relaxed. I was the one who was crazy. Plus, I have to worry about Mr. throwing himself in the box. I was like, please behave.
Please don't talk about Zeppelins.
Please, there will be no hostage.
Oh, the humanity.
And the other thing is, we did the photo shoot with Storm because she's Rebecca Rose Family Portraits.
Yep.
And we're a different kind of family. And Storm is a big part of that. And they do amazing things with animals. As a matter of fact, much like with Janet, I thought she was going to stay with Allie and Rebecca.
Oh my God, she loved them.
Rebecca actually came in and did our portraits herself.
Right.
And we did a reveal, which we're going to show pictures from that too, where they showed us.
Oh, right. Yeah, I still have to. I had some digestive issues, and then I had to go to work in Phoenix. But we've got some video that I'm putting together. One of which was when they showed us a lot of the pictures that we had taken.
Yeah, and it shocked me. I couldn't see really well because we were trying to film it, and my vision isn't great anyway, and the lights can really screw me up. And we were looking at them on a computer screen, and I hadn't been totally honest with Allie and let her know how bad my vision was, which we would have done it differently had she known. But I know that at one point you go, Renee, these photos are stunning.
And I use the word stunning because they were stunning.
That's really sweet.
They just were.
And so I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product that is killing me knowing it's over there. But we're going to wait. We want to do something. You guys were with us for the anniversary of our first phone call.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I remember that. I had to think for a second. I've been driving for 2 days. I'm very, very sharp and very dull at the same time. I'm making it work.
And we wanted to do something. The podcast was a dream come true for me. I went from 2011. Remember I told you I found some articles I'd saved from 2011 about how to do podcasts.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it wasn't until 2025
5.
when I found a good partner. And that also brings me up to the other thing.
But wait,
There's
more.
Adorably inappropriate.
That'd be starting Fridays in June.
Yes. And I would like to thank Daddy-O. If you guys have not seen some of the work he put in on designing some stuff just off the cuff for us, and I think it's amazing, don't you?
I do. If we ever do merch,
I think we're going to have to do merch. And by the way, if any of you guys know somebody who does merchandise for somebody like bands or comedians or
other entertainer type folks,
yeah, that does a, what do you call it?
Fulfillment.
A fulfillment center. In other words, I'm not carrying a bag of t-shirts. I've done that before. We're not doing that. But if somebody has a fulfillment center that you know about, or if you own a business and get your products from someplace, please get in touch with us and give us somebody that we can call, because we haven't found anybody that doesn't want an arm and a leg, because we don't want to charge people $80 for a t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people do, and if it's not 80, it's 50. I mean, it's you know, I mean, I get inflation or whatever, but I'm not comfortable charging the prices from what we've discovered is pretty common.
And then let's go ahead and talk about, we got some meat to cook that we're going to do videos.
Oh, from Joanne.
Yes, we do. Joanne has keyed me in on something that I found interesting, because you had shown me some news articles about ticks and how dangerous they could be. I knew a lot about Lyme disease, but Joanne has taught us a lot about alpha-gal.
That comes from the Lone Star tick, which evidently is a new-ish. I mean, not this year. It's been around, I guess, for a while, but a newish kind of an issue that arises from a tick bite
that makes you allergic to mammal meat. And when I say allergic, this is death allergic.
Yeah, and again, it can be airborne. You could be at a barbecue and breathe it in. You could eat like a burger and literally
can't be in your makeup.
6, 8, 10 hours later, you could end up with anaphylactic shock. I mean, it's not immediate. It could be hours later.
So if you have alpha-gal, you are relegated to, I'm thinking poultry, ostrich,
soy,
emu. She sent us ostrich meat, emu, duck,
and combinations, because with emu and ostrich, it's fairly fat-free or low fat. So you need something, a little bit of fat in there. So a lot of it's mixed with duck,
which goes great with our diet.
Yep.
So I'm really anxious to see what you do with this. And it came from Joanne, got it and sent it to us, and we greatly appreciate it, from Amarillo Hills.
Yep. All natural emu meat, ostrich meat, and duck meat.
Yeah, I have this out because I read it all the time.
They are, by the way,
in North Carolina,
Ashland City, Tennessee, which is just like North Carolina. Oh, and they're also Church Road in Liberty, North Carolina. They've got 2 locations, evidently. You knew one, I knew the other.
Maybe that's the way we should do it from here on out.
Where, wait, you go to North Carolina and go to Tennessee?
No, where we separate, divide and conquer, like you said on that video.
The twins.
No. Who? No, not the twins.
No, that was lift and separate.
Wrong twins.
Not divide.
Wrong twins. If you lift and separate your twins up that high that Playtex did, you're going to be screaming for help.
Well, you know, I could be part of it. I could be part of a tabernacle choir. Yeah.
And the other thing is, Joanne, bless her heart, who has not only helped out our friend Bookbag Becky. Joanne, that was so kind and so generous. And
really, truly.
And I got to tell you, Becky was overwhelmed and thrilled. And I know
very
you know
grateful.
that.
Very grateful, yeah.
You know, it's funny. because this is what we had kind of hoped for with our community page.
Right.
That because Flips people that are now our people. By the way, we don't divide you up anymore.
We
Yeah.
don't lift and separate. See what I did there?
I saw it.
I know. That's a callback.
But you're all of our people now. And I look at the people as you guys come up and it'll say, so and so just joined. Lovely people. All of you have a beautiful story. You know, Holly Janine, I love her. She takes care of all these animals.
Yep.
Jeff transports animals that need to go to rescues. Dee Dee and Mike. Dee Dee is trying to save the animals that are on death row in Arizona that are put to death for no reason.
Well, space.
No. Come to find out, space is a lot of times an excuse for we don't want to spend the money.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, young pups that should be getting adopted out.
I mean, it's bad enough when it's a space issue, you know, because what I've heard is like when a dog has behavioral problems or medical problems and they're older and there's no way they're going to get adopted out and they're running out of space. But I didn't know.
Perfectly adoptable dogs. And Dee Dee tries to get them out. Mm-hmm. And some of the posts she makes break my heart, and I can't imagine doing that work, and she does it. I think a lot of Dee Dee and Mike for doing that. Jeff transports. I'm sure he spends a lot of his own money. Joanne, how kind and generous of her. She doesn't know Becky from Adam, but yet she wanted.
The chef? Sorry.
She went and helped somebody. Becky spends her own money. She spends her Social Security check.
Yeah, no, that's crazy what she does.
And the fact that Joanne helped her really warms my heart a lot. This is why I wanted to have a podcast, was for stuff like this.
Right.
Yes, I enjoy being funny. But most of all, that kind of stuff helps. The fact that so many of you pray for my friend.
Steve Eric.
Brian Hamilton. Dion Moore.
Yep.
That means a lot to them, and the fact that you all have hooked up and become friends is a big deal to me. It really is.
Well, to me too. And I sometimes say inappropriate things because that's how I deal with stuff, but it means a lot to me too.
I know you do. It's all right. I just have to give you the look.
And then I just let it.
No, see, here's where you blew it. Because if you knew what was on the bingo card, one of the bingo cards says, Renee gives Flip the mom look. See, you don't even pay attention.
I didn't get a bingo card. You didn't send them to me.
I don't send them to anybody. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. Oh, the stuff you don't check.
I don't get on social media as much as I used to, not as much as I should. I know that. And
why don't you?
I don't like social media.
And what's the other reason?
You do it. Is that the right answer?
That's the right answer.
I mean, I love interacting with everyone here. I do. I love interacting.
Yeah, but but it took you a while to adjust to the podcast life because we don't see anybody.
I've spent my entire entertainment career. Well, that's not true. I was going to say on a live stage, and that's not 100% true because I've done maybe not as much as you, but I've done a lot of radio, and that took some getting used to because again, there's no instant gratification. That's the cool thing about being on stage is you live and die by every joke. So from one moment to the next, you kind of get a sense for how you
either know you're sucking or you're not.
Right.
It's pretty easy to tell.
So if you're on doing radio, like I just did radio in Phoenix with some of my absolute favorite people on KUPD. And I don't know, you did listen, right?
Right.
We were 30 seconds in and I forgot I was in the radio. We were just like a couple of guys just laughing and having a good time. I forgot we were on the air. So like, it didn't even matter to me to some degree if it was well received. I hoped it was, but we were just laughing. But yeah, so radio is different. Podcast is a lot different. It takes, for me, a lot of getting used to because I've been on stage.
We've been doing this almost a year and he will still say, I'll say, oh, that was a great show. And he'll go, do you think?
By the way, and this, don't respond. I'm not looking for, either insults or pats on the back or anything in between. But every Tuesday we're done, and she'll ask me the same question. What'd you think? And I'm like, I had fun. I mean, I like talking to you. That was fun. Was it a good show? I have no idea. I have no idea how well received it is or isn't. I don't know.
Well,
but I had fun.
You know what's funny is coming down to even the name of our podcast. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought I jerked your chair or something.
Glad you said chair.
This is why we don't have a nice.
Every word in the sentence matters. Now, had you said
your face is blood.
Had you said bumps your chair, I'd have just let it go.
Your face is blood red. Do you know it?
Well, it's because you jerked my chair. Which, by the way, in this one instance, is not a euphemism.
So now back to where we were. Just shut up. This is what scares me. But it's funny that I started in comedy because of radio. I did a calling character. Remember?
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know it then, but I know the story. We've talked about that a bunch.
Yeah, and you don't get the immediate response. Mm-mm. But the effing adorable, the name of our company, came because one of my friends go, "You are so different when you're around him. He makes you effing adorable." Only she used the real word.
Right, and we couldn't for a business. We could, but it might,
it wasn't gonna go well.
Would push people away.
Yeah, we're kind of treading a fine line anyway, which we do on a regular basis. But we called our production company, and it's the umbrella company, effing adorable, because I do like what you bring out in me. You bring out the softer side. I don't have to be such a hard ass like I've always had to be.
Right.
Because I've got you doing it. And
I don't mind fulfilling that role.
I also think I bring out a good side of you.
You do.
What? I'm sorry.
Hey, how about them Dodgers?
No, are there even Dodgers anymore?
I don't know. I don't follow sports. I genuinely don't follow. I used to be a huge sports guy. I don't follow sports anymore.
Wait a second. You do follow.
No, sports. I follow sports.
You follow the only one that matters.
I follow sports through you that you've introduced me to. Which is the Ohio State University football team.
And they're probably football. They're getting ready to go to camp.
No, they're not going to go to camp for another month.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Why would you go to camp for a couple, 2-3 weeks and then take the next 2 months off before,
Because then they go into weight training and stuff. And they go to camp to learn about all the plays and everything.
Well, wouldn't you want to do that closer to the season?
I think you'd want to know about it beforehand.
Yeah, no, not during the season, but closer to the season.
Hey, Joe Kendall, if you're still around, I want to know what happens at football camp. He was a really good football player. I love Joe Kendall. He's fun, nice guy. We had a lot of nice people I went to high school with.
Sounds like it. They all lived in the same house. It was like a big boarding house with everyone.
And right across the street from our house. Yeah. By the way, if you haven't seen the pictures we put online today, we got our first tomatoes.
Oh my gosh. She's like, I want to save the tomatoes for you when you get home so you can pull them off the vine. Right. And then she sneezed.
Because we're a production company.
And then she sneezed and they started plopping off like.
I said to him, I want to follow you pulling the tomato and following to where it winds up. And
by the way, not the very end of the trail, the midway portion.
Lord help me. Somebody please.
Well, sometimes you talk in vagaries.
No, everybody else is clear. You're the only one.
No, when you say where it ends
You're
up.
so special in that helmet wearing sort of way.
No, so it falls off the vine, you get it, you bring it indoors, you wash it, even though you don't necessarily need to because there's no pesticides, and then we decide what to do with it.
Yeah, but I will tell you what might be on some of our vegetables.
Dog slobber.
Dog snot.
Yeah. So then, like, do you make with it a marinara, a spaghetti sauce, a salsa?
You know what I think I would
Do you make a pico de gallo?
Do you know what I think I'd really like?
Huh.
I think I'd like a big slice of tomato next to a big slice of one of our onions
Oh, see, that sounds nice.
on top of a hamburger.
Right. See, and then we could do that even to the point of like taking a bite where the money's shot. But that's where the trail in our production company ends.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, by the way, that's the other thing I was going to say. Joanne sent you probiotics too. You picked them up today.
I did.
Because
Joanne, thank you
Joanne-
for everything. Thank you for everything.
You know, I knew Joanne was going to be my buddy from the first time we talked. And I told you she had a birthday close to mine. I knew she did. I could feel it. I saw a psychic in LA just the other day.
I have no idea what you're doing.
I'm singing that song. Remember? I saw a psychic in LA.
Who did that?
Dionne Warwick.
That was Dionne Warwick?
Yes, and we listened to it in the hotel in Orlando right after the lady.
Did she do that
stood
song
up.
before she started doing the 800 numbers?
Yeah,
Do you think that's why she did the 800 numbers?
I think so.
By the way, if you don't know what we're talking about, Dionne Warwick, first of all, let's go in the Wayback Machine, was a very famous singer.
I went to high school with these people.
Well,
What are you
some
ta-
of them, not all, not everyone.
I know, but
Stephen Boyer may not know who Dionne Warwick is.
Steven, do you know? I
You know what
mean,
I'm
tell him
saying?
you've lived on this planet. Kim, I know you've.
Corseiden?
Yeah, Kim Corsi.
Yeah.
I know she knows. Who else is around? Who else we got?
Okay, Jeff Clark.
Jeff Clark.
OH, I think that's for Ohio.
Oh, yeah. OHIO. Yeah.
Kim is OH as well.
IO. If you see OH, you have to say IO.
Well, there's two
afterwards.
OHs and there's no IOs.
Well, because we're supposed to say it. You say we're supposed-
Mary Lou, I'm curious to if you use hypnosis for weight loss and to stop smoking. Take it away, Renee.
Okay, great question.
It's the Renee.
Absolutely not. And
Well, don't make it sound like it was offensive. You just didn't happen to do it.
well, maybe if I'd have finished the sentence.
Well, you
you'd
started
have
like,
fun-
yeah, it's a nearly not. Go ahead.
Thank you. Here's the deal, Mary Lou. I wanted to do this on my own. And I met Flip and I reconnected on a Sunday. And I decided on Tuesday, I didn't like who I was at that point, and I wanted to make some changes. One of the things was for 4 years, I hadn't cared about what I eat or anything. So I wanted to lose weight and I wanted to do it quickly. And the day after I decided to lose weight, I go, by the way, I'm not smoking anymore either, which scared my son, who was my roommate, enough to get me a vape because he was afraid there might be a homicide. But I did not want to take advantage. I'd only been reconnected with Flip for 4 or 5 days, actually 3 days at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't want to impose on him because I know what he does is a great skill that he studied very hard for. And I didn't want to take advantage of that. Also, I needed to prove to myself I could do it. Now, within the next week, Flip found out that I don't sleep well. I never have been a good sleeper. And he said, let me send you an audio. And I go, oh, I don't want to take advantage. And he goes, it's not taking advantage. I'm offering it. So I took that, and I love the hypnosis. As a matter of fact, come to find out, I'm a really good candidate for it. I
One of
dropped
the best.
like, and do I think the hypnosis helped? I think being able to sleep really helped me to control what I was eating and to control the not smoking.
I think that's true.
But I did not use it, and I intentionally didn't use it because I needed to prove to myself that I was stronger than the food and the cigarettes.
And just so all of you know, like I sounded offended when she said I didn't use hypnosis. I wasn't offended. I was being silly. That
Yeah.
absolutely was, I know your motivation, and I know that you wanted to prove something yourself. You've done an amazing. I mean, honestly, she's done an amazing job. Been very, very dedicated, very focused, and the results show it.
Yeah. And the reason I sounded that way was emphatically I am so tired of seeing people go, I really want to lose weight. Where can I get Ozempic?
Right.
You know what? If you really want to lose weight, what do you want to lose it for? I wanted to lose it because I wanted to make myself feel better. I wanted to like myself for a change. And I needed to do this for myself. And one of the reasons I hesitated about moving here at first was because, first of all, we knew he was the cook. And
I like cooking.
and he's a very good cook. But I was not, I was only halfway through with what I wanted to lose. And I wasn't willing to go off the diet. I did no sugar, low carbohydrate. And when I say low carbohydrate, when I got here, I was eating basically,
About 10 grams.
oh, I wasn't even close to 10 grams. I bumped it up to 10 when I got here.
Right.
10 grams of carbohydrate was a chicken breast and maybe 3 or 4 hard boiled eggs a day. And that's what I ate from the middle of February to when I got here in July. And the first time he made spaghetti sauce for me, I went, that looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, at that time, I think when dinner rolled around, she forced herself to have spaghetti sauce, and I was shocked how much. Because was the bowl overflowing? Really close. She did 1/8 a small bowl. 1/8.
Yeah,
About that much.
no pasta.
About this much around, and about that tall, that deep.
But tell me I didn't consume that omelet that you make every morning like it's
Well,
my
and that's
bread.
the thing. Like, again, if you're going to eat a certain way, like in this case for us, I don't know if it's keto, I don't know if it's caveman, but what I do know is it's no extra added sugar. I add sugar to, including honey or any other kind of sweetener. I add absolutely none. It's
Okay.
very low carb, and then it's protein and fat. And the carbs we have are like broccoli. And again, our garden, we're going to have
Broccoli, cucumbers, tomatoes,
onions, tomatoes,
onions,
things
yeah,
of nature.
cantaloupe.
So she has, and I'm speaking about you like you're not here, but you are. She has increased her portion size to that of what would be a normal human being. But because I decided I was going to start learning how to, cook no sugar, added low carb, her weight loss continued, even though she was actually having more reasonably sized meals. So
Yeah.
you've done well.
But the reason I go absolutely not to the hypnosis, I'm tired of everybody looking for an easy way out. How many times has somebody said, I'd really love to lose weight. Can Flip do anything to help me? Well, yeah. Well, if you really want to lose the weight. Well, I want to lose it, but I don't want to change the way I eat.
Yeah, there's always the but. I want to, but.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Why can't you achieve your goals?
I talk about it on stage. I had a lady come up to me and she goes, and she didn't ask like, would it be possible, or can I schedule an appointment with you? She goes, make me lose 30 pounds. I want you to hypnotize me, make me lose 30 pounds. Oh, but I'm not going to diet or exercise. And I'm like, well, so you want hypnosis to make weight loss possible? She's like, yeah. I go, but you're telling me right now that you're not going to change anything, any lifestyle, any decisions, any habits. You're not going to change anything that would actually help you with your weight loss. And she's like, just do the hypnosis. Well, I'm sorry, that's not how it works.
Yeah, and it's funny. I just tired of people looking for shortcuts, and he was kind of worried at first. Because he'd go, well, what are you eating? Oh, I had half of a hard-boiled egg today, and I looked at a chicken breast for lunch.
Yeah, she would pick up a hard-boiled egg, and she'd go put some salt on there, and she'd go, I'm so full.
And I explained to him, I know how my mind works. I know how I work. If I don't see some rapid results, I will quit doing this.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it. And I had done low carb before, but I could never stick to it. But I've never stuck to it because everybody always goes, "Oh, come on, eat this, eat that." As soon as I got here, he went, I think you were going to fix the rice and beans.
Not rice. Yeah, was it
Yeah,
black beans? I think. Yeah.
black beans and
Yeah.
rice. And yeah, because you overboiled it for the
Twice.
second time.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, fun fact: if you let a big old pot of black beans boil over and it gets into your tile with grout, you have lovely black bean colored grout.
until the steam cleaner comes. Ooh, that's a joy.
That was rough.
Yeah. Um, but he goes, "Now, are you going to eat this?" And I go, "I'm going to taste it, but I'm not eating it." Did you remember that?
Yeah. I mean, so there's some
And
things
and
that
and you said, "But these are good carbohydrates." And I go, "Yes, but," and then when we figured it out, I ate like an eighth of a bowl. I
Mhm.
could get by with it, and it was really good. Really good. But he goes, "You're not comfortable, are you?" And I go, "No."
No, so I've gone for like chili. I used to do beans and chili, and that's no longer a
And
thing.
do you know how much I appreciate that?
I'm happy to.
You could have sabotaged me.
No. Someone else could have sabotaged you. That's just not who I am. That would not happen.
I know.
But so like I used to make red beans and rice. I haven't made that in a while. Um,
And why haven't you? Because not only do I not eat it,
well, no, I have gone to a exact. I was going to say similar. I've gone to an exact same diet, and that's the other thing you said. People say it's not easy. Actually, once you make up your mind and you're doing it for the right reasons, it's easier than people think.
it's really easy for me now. I can't imagine going back to the other way. Look how I'm actually down half my body weight right now. And I said to him one day, I go, "Look at my wrists." I mean, I've never seen the wrist bones, honestly. And I go, "I can do this with my wrist. I've never done that before." I said, "I think I'm where I want to be."
Yeah, which is amazing.
And I said, "I'm shocked, and I don't think I want to lose any more weight." And you would think the the people say, now you start adding a few extra carbohydrates and see where you can get to
For
where,
maintenance.
for maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't do it because it's just not in my thought process anymore.
And the thing of it is, like, again, if you start taking things out like sugar and carbs, a lot of people think you're going to suffer. Like, oh, it's so hard and there's nothing good to eat. If you figure out like the proteins you want and you add in certain carbs, again, vegetables, fruits, and spices and herbs, like, have you suffered at all, food wise?
No.
It's been, the meals are great. They're satisfying. They're delicious.
Well, they're delicious when you make them because he came in from, like he said, he drove 1,200, 1,400 miles, 2 days. 2 days this week, 2 days last week. It's a lot of miles. And he said, "I'm really hungry. I think I'm going to make some eggs." And I go, "Would you like for me to make them for you?" Because I could tell how tired he was. And he went, "No, I'm good. I'm really good." Because one time while he was sick, I made him eggs. And I said, "How were they bad?" And he goes, "No, they did the trick."
They did their job. I needed nourishment, and they did not disappoint.
Because I'm a Midwest girl. I cook Ohio, and you cook like whatever.
Well,
they
it'd be
do.
somewhere between Southwest, which is I'm originally from Phoenix, and Cajun.
Yeah.
Lots of flavor.
But one thing too is I use natural skin remedies for a lot of reasons. One of which I like to tan and I like to be really dark. And I found out if you want to be really tan and dark, you use coconut oil and cocoa butter. So instead of buying the pre-done, I go, hey, I can make this myself and it's cost a third of the amount. So now I'm experimenting with all kinds of stuff because if I'm going to put healthy stuff in my body, I don't want to put chemicals on the outside of my body.
No, you'd be sort of defeating the purpose.
Yeah, and Joanne sent me some emu oil.
Did you get it?
Oh yeah, I've got you brought it home.
You got it. Is what I meant.
But changing our way of life, I mean, we literally have changed our way of life. It's a little bit harder for us on the road.
The road is a bit of a challenge.
Because we used to eat crap food.
Yeah.
Because
well, we used to, and we are also used to eating crap food. So, finding places where it's going to be cleaner and healthier, a bit of a challenge, a little bit more expensive. But one thing that actually makes it easier is I now bring a rack of spices with me. So I bring a little taste of home with me.
It's a what? Is it a wheel?
Well, I've got a wheel, but I also have the rack, the box.
I know the DIY. You can look it up. It's the DIY.
Which honestly, if you camp, and even if you don't camp, but like you vacation or you're out of your house, you can actually bring a little taste of home with you, and it's well worth doing. Hey, we've been up for $1.45, and
holy moly!
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to leave soon if I'm gonna get to Jiffy Lube.
What are you talking about?
Jiffy Lube.
You guys, I hope you enjoyed our very last podcast. He will be doing it from someplace far, far away. All of a sudden, Phoenix isn't far enough. May you find a Love's truck stop where they have a big spa that you can enjoy.
And there you go. There you go.
And
Rod. Hi guys.
Hey Rod. Good to see you. And
Rod, I'm feeling better and my digestion's back on track and we should get together soon if you're up for it.
You know what I suggest, Rod? You wait a week and tell him to cook something with his garden food. And if you're up for it, we have some emu and ostrich we might be cooking.
Do with some.
Actually, I'd kind of like it if you guys went out and did something, because then you can drop me off and I might be able to get my hair cut.
Oh, we can do that.
Well, you guys go eat. I'll go get my hair cut.
We can do that. I'm in, man. Rod, we don't have to have a conversation on a podcast. I will get a hold of you or get a hold of me using the old-fashioned method, like text or call. Do you hear my stomach?
I do hear your stomach.
Anyway.
We are going to get out of here. You guys have...
It's off to Jiffy Lube.
He's just being mean now. So anyway, I've had a lot of fun with you guys tonight. I appreciate all of you. I can't always read the names because it's far away and I have airplane lights shine into my face.
I try to do it. Oh, James Klein.
Jim Klein. I went to high school with him too. Really cool guy.
I did too.
Do you have a Jim Klein?
No.
Because I have a Jeff Clark.
Yeah. But I didn't go to high school with either Jeff Clarks. And I really didn't go to school with Jim Klein.
Jim Klein's a great guy. And I think he lives in Colorado now.
Does he know Russ?
Yes, he knows Russell Outerback. I grew up in a town of 10,000 people. We all know everybody.
All right.
We lived in the same street.
I have not met, does he go by James or Jim?
Jim. Well, okay. He might go by James now.
So I have not met him. I didn't meet Russ. I haven't met...
Jimmy. Oh, no, you met Jimmy
Leonard. Jimmy Leonard. Met Tim Custis.
Oh, yeah, Tim Custis.
Yeah.
Tim Custis was great.
Delightful.
Oh.
Loved Bag Becky.
and are
And-
entranced by Janet Schultz.
And those leather thigh high wearing bustier dog training
Dominatrix. Oh, we're never going to make it in the speaking industry. Nobody in their right mind is going to hire us. But if you know people that aren't in their right
Hey,
mind,
just so you know, I can reel it in if I'm speaking to a group.
here's the deal. We really would like to help people.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll just say this before you screw it up. So try to zip it.
Mm.
I have never been happier in my life than I've been in the last year and a half.
Well, me too. And I will say something, but it's not going to screw it up. You've been helping people your entire life.
That's really sweet.
And I've been helping people my entire life. And now what we're doing is we're combining our compassion, our heart, our interest in helping, and our skill sets together.
And you know what? People learn better and they accept it better if it's funny.
Yeah.
And we happen to find each other hilarious. So there you go.
We're going to get out of here. James Klein said both. I guess that he knows those people that we mentioned. Rory said, thanks for the entertainment and the educational material. Have fun. And with that, we are going to go ahead and discuss dinner and get on with the rest of our night. We'd like to thank all of you for stopping by.
Yeah, we had a great time with you. And we will look for you Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, and
4 o'clock
4 o'clock
Daddy-O time.
Daddy-O time.
That's this Sunday, the 31st. It's our 1-year anniversary show. Sunday.
And you might want to catch that one because we're not sure there's going to be a number 2. Somebody could be wind up buried in the backyard.
Well, put me near the crops because I could be good fertilizer.
Well, you're full of fertilizer, I think. So, you know what I say?
We're out, bitches. All right. This always takes a